Chili is kind of a bad word when it comes to barbecue because there's so many different ways to make it. Beans, no beans, Texas style, Carolina style, Oklahoma style, whatever you want to do. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I make it here, but I can tell you one thing. My family loves it and it is award winning. The first step is to go outside to your smoker, turn it up to 225 degrees. We are going low and slow for this cook. And the best part is you want to use some hardwood pellets like mesquite or hickory to get that nice smoke flavor. Once your smoker has come up to temp, we're going to cook the beef first. So take some cooking oil. I like to use a high smoke oil and just mix that at the bottom of the pan here. And then we're going to take 2 pounds of ground beef. We're just going to break it up a little bit. And we're going to cook this until it's fully cooked through, where we will then drain the excess fat and set it aside. While the ground beef is cooking down, we can go ahead and chop our onion. You want to make sure that you have 1 large yellow onion. Now you want a fine dice, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not going for restaurant quality here. Right about there is what you're looking for. All kinds of different shapes and sizes. Doesn't have to be perfect because this is a backyard cook. This beef should be about done. Then we're gonna saute these onions until they're aromatic. Add in a little bit more oil. You can use this chef's oil right here, which you can find a link in my bio. And then just take your scraper, scoop it up, and put it in. We're gonna saute these onions for about 3 to 5 minutes until they're slightly translucent and aromatic. Then add about 4 cloves of minced garlic, or you can use garlic like me. Now we have 2 different seasonings that we'll be using. One is the Meat Church seasoning blend, and then we're gonna add just a little bit of Prime 4 Classic and Prime 4 Ancho and Pasilla chilies. With the Meat Church, you want to add about 4 tablespoons per pound. So here we'll be using 8. Then add a few shakes of the Ancho and Pasilla chilies from the Prime 4. Then add some of the classic steak rub from Prime 4 as well. Next, add 1 can of beef bone broth, 1 cup of beef bone broth, 1 28.5-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, 1 14.5 can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and then add back in your 2 pounds of drained ground beef. Then start mixing everything together to let those flavors meld. You can see that all the flavors are finally melded together after a few minutes of heating up on the stovetop. Now we're gonna take this outside to the smoker and let it sit for about 3 to 4 hours. Now this is gonna sit on the smoker for, like I said, 3 to 4 hours. It could be sooner if you're really in a rush, but that 3-hour mark will have a nice smoky flavor to it. Also, you wanna put the lid on just slightly open so that it absorbs that smoke inside. We'll see you in a few hours. It's been about 4 hours, and just look at that. Tons of smoke flavor inside. Let's go inside and try it out. This chili smells so good, so smoky. Here, take a look at that. See that there is a lot of sour cream, a lot of cheese, a lot of meat, a lot of onion, a lot of flavor. Here we go. Cheers. Oh yeah. This is just a really good classic chili. My family loves this stuff. It has a really nice creamy texture with that sour cream, and I added some sharp cheddar cheese that gives it a nice cut, amazing smoke flavor. I'm telling you, when you make chili like this, follow this recipe here, which will be down in the comments below. It's gonna turn out perfect, just like me. And if you love barbecue and grilling content, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, share this video, save it for later, watch it 5 times to up those views. And until next time, make sure you keep those grills fired up so the flavor doesn't go down. We'll see you then. Amazing.